Hi. Well, what this video is going to be about is just me collecting firewood for the camp. Basically, I go around and I pick dead stuff like this, right? And I'm going to use two basic tools, and these two basically are the tools that I would recommend everybody have with them, right? There's a bow saw and a machete. As you can see, I made the handle for this. It's in. If you want to see how to do this, it's in my video, a quickie bow saw, and I also recommend checking out G Green's video as well. And I'm going to demonstrate how I use a machete and why I think it's a great tool for anything like this. So anyway, basically when I go around looking, I look for dead stuff, right? And this is dead. So I use my bow saw for cutting the tree. Right? And I whip out the machete. For getting all the small stuff off it. And I use all this too. Then, when I'm ready, I basically start chunking up the firewood with the bow saw. Now, you could use a machete to do this, but I can tell you, it takes a hell of a long time to cut through this with a machete versus a bow saw. A lot less effort. And you got a split. Well, this is what I use the machete. How I use the machete. Now, would this splitting go better with an axe? Oh yeah, it will. But I don't have an axe with me, and I rarely take an axe or a hatchet, because I found that the machete is much more versatile and easier to use. Now, you could use one of the big old survival knives, you know, the big old K-bar or whatever. I've used bayonets for doing this. But normally when I use anything but a machete, I got to do a lot of pounding with a hammer piece. Anyway, as you can see, in a very short period of time, I did all this, and I got a lot more to do before the day is out. But you know, to get ready for tonight. But I will have my wood and lots of it. You know, when I do a tree, I do it all. I call it the whole tree method. I'm pretty sure I never came up with the idea, but and even when I'm doing it wood for the house, I do the whole tree, right? Because for the simple fact is, this stuff makes great kindling, it burns, the small stuff burns really hot, and Jesus, why let it go to waste? Use it all, right? Great for starting fires. The small stuff's great for cooking on.
Okay, in order to make a fire in the woods, there's a few key ingredients that you have to have. The first, preferably, is something to ignite the fire with. Obviously, the most easiest would be matches packed in a waterproof package, like this Ziploc, or a lighter, both of which work well, but they don't work if you don't have them with you. The next thing that you'd need is some easy source of tinder. In this case, I peeled some birch bark off of a dead tree and peeled it down so it's nice and thin. Next thing that you need is a source of tinder. And tinder is very small wood that snaps easily. When building a fire, you want to go progressively from easiest ignitable to longer lasting, larger wood. So we're going from easy, fast burning to a little bit longer lasting tinder. In this case, this came off the bottom of a hemlock tree. Again, it's dead. And what I want to do is I want to kind of make like a bird's nest right over my tinder. And I'm going to light the fire on the bottom because fire obviously burns up. Next thing is kindling, and kindling is anything that's from tinder size to like 2-finger size. So in this case, I've got some pine and some maple, maybe a little birch. So what I'm going to do is I'm just laying this on top. Nothing really fancy, lots of air in between, creating a loose teepee, so to speak. This is a fairly easy, fast fire to build. Now you can see that it's raining a little bit today. All of this wood had been collected when it was dry, but it's getting wet now because of the rain. But the birch should easily dry the tinder, and the tinder easily dries the kindling. And then the next step would be fuel. And fuel is anything from 2 fingers to, logs. And this is the stuff that you're going to use to keep the fire burning for a long period of time, to keep you warm, to create a good bed of coals. We don't really need that just yet, because lighter is too easy. I'm going to use matches. This is double packed in a Ziploc. Have these all the time in my coat pockets. I have some waterproof matches. That's going to be a little bit easy for today. So I'm going to just try to get this fire going with 1 match. Yeah, right. One of the things that you can do is you could build fire extenders. Those would be things out of like pine pitch or even birch bark or other easily ignitable material. So here you have it. Fire created pretty simply with 1 match on a rainy day, using good, clean, dry materials. Remember, the birch or whatever you're using to ignite goes down at the bottom. The tinder should be significant enough to dry the kindling. When you build your fire, you want to have enough wood around so that you're not scampering around, collecting wood and trying to keep the fire going. So we already have a wood pile. All we need to do is just kind of keep adding to it as we go along. And then now we have a good source of heat. We have a good source of signaling. We have a good source to be able to boil water and so on. And there you have it, how to make fire.
I'd like to demonstrate for you how to make a friction fire using the hand drill method. I will be using a cattail, a poplar board, some straw to place the ember in, and a leaf to collect the hot dust. This is the baseboard, and these are areas where I've already created embers. I began by using my knife point and making a depression in the baseboard, then spinning the drill on top of those depressions. Once the drill was well seated in the baseboard, then I cut a notch, and in this notch is where the hot dust will collect. Begin by placing a moisture barrier down, such as this paper bag. Then I place a leaf down to catch the hot dust, then the baseboard, and then I plant my foot on top of the baseboard to secure it. Then I'll place the drill into the slot, and then I'll start trying to generate heat. Temperature has to get up to around 700 degrees before the dust will ignite into an ember. As you can see, the dust has now become an ember. I'll place the dust inside of the tinder bundle.